Valleys, AM 1230 KXOL Centro, California. Coming up, we'll check in with the NFL. I know they're going to be talking about the NFL college draft. Yeah, and we'll have updates on the college draft starting this afternoon.
I'm Steve Weisman with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. While talks on a long-term contract between Kyler Murray and the Cardinals remain at an impasse, the quarterback won't be leaving Arizona anytime soon if the team has its way. The Cardinals picked up the fifth-year option on Murray's rookie contract, meaning he's now signed through 2023. The option pays nearly $30 million next year. Elsewhere, the Bucs picked up linebacker Devin White's fifth-year option Wednesday, while Tennessee did the same for defensive lineman Jeffrey Simmons. Deebo Samuel also seeking a new deal and possibly a new team after reportedly making a trade request to the Niners. But NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reported on Wednesday that the team is unlikely to trade their all-pro receiver. And round one of the NFL draft tonight is just the beginning. NFL Network will have all 3 days and 7 rounds of the draft live from Las Vegas starting at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
If you have a small business, Staples has your sign.
Banners for my bakery?
Staples has your sign.
Oh, posters for my new pet store.
Floor decals for a pharmacy.
Every day, Staples associates help every kind of small business create bold signs to make big impressions. And now get $10 off custom signs, banners, and posters when you spend $50 or more. This is your sign, so print it big at Staples. Ends 5/28. Visit staplesconnect.com/thisisyoursign for details.
Spring means getting stuff done, like cutting, shoveling, and planting. Looks like you're in for a busy weekend. Better grab a 5-Hour Energy with vitamins, caffeine, and nutrients. It will help you cut those chores and those weeds down to size. 5-Hour Energy tastes great, and it works fast. So grab that shovel, power up that mower, and turn on the sprinkler. It's time to make your yard the envy of the neighborhood. 5-Hour Energy for every weekend to-do list. For more information, visit 5hourenergy.com.
And it is it's a Thursday. Oh my. 28th day of April 2022. We have determined after polling the audience that there are only 30 days in the month of April, which means Sunday is the 1st.
1st of May.
Yes.
May Day.
Okay. And we be dancing around the maypole.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes, and cutting some May flowers and perhaps harvesting some tomatoes as well.
Might as well cover the whole gamut.
We can do that. There's still a few carrots left in the garden. Maybe we'll pull them.
Well, the carrots should still be growing good, shouldn't they?
Yeah, that's why they're still in the ground.
Yeah. Because they grow lots of carrots here in the valley anyway.
They do. I've heard that.
There's no rumor. That's a fact.
Okay. Yeah, got it straight from Bugs Bunny.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up, Doc.
Yes. They also grow a lot of tomatoes, too.
A lot of tomatoes.
Yes. And beets.
And beets, sugar beets.
They're harvesting beets now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So pretty much they can grow whatever they want here, I suppose.
You know, that's what we've always been told and understood, that we have the best growing scene around the world.
You know, and going back a few years, and, at one point they were growing lots and lots of cotton.
Yes.
Not so much anymore.
No, in fact, I'll bet a lot of the younger folks
back in the 20s and 30s, apparently they grew lots and lots of rice.
Yeah. Rice was another thing.
Yeah.
When I first saw rice here locally, I could not figure out what it was, but I'm sure I wasn't the only person.
Okay. We've got birthdays. Are you ready for them?
We've got birthdays. We got big shot birthdays. We got people with real jobs, their birthdays. So.
Okay. Singer, actor Anne Margaret, 81. Actor Paul Guilfoyle, 73, is another guy. You don't remember the name, but you would certainly know the face. Former Tonight Show host Jay Leno, he's busy polishing his cars these days. He's 72. Actor Mary McDonnell is 70. Actor Bridget Moynihan, 51. Actor Chris Young, 51. Actor Elizabeth Rom is 49. Actor Jorge Garcia, 49. Actor Penelope Cruz, 48. Actor Nate Reichert is 44. And the Property Brothers, Drew and Jonathan Scott, are 44. Actor Jessica Alba, 41. Actor Harry Shum Jr., 40. Actor Jenna Ushkowitz is 36. Actor Alicia Allen is 31. Local birthdays coming up.
Peace, y'all. This is Common, and I'm passionate about helping the Black community learn about lung cancer, which is why I'm here with Stand Up to Cancer. Fact, in the United States, over 25,000 Black men and women are diagnosed with lung cancer each year. Fact, lung cancer continues to be the leading cause of cancer deaths among Black men and women. Get more information on lung cancer, screening, and clinical trials by visiting standuptocancer.org/lung cancer, because fact, change is possible, and it starts with you.
We have happy birthday wishes going out today to Antonio Aguirre, Paul Porter, Carolyn Marlin, Jack Albertson, Jeremiah Underwood, Clarissa Valencia, Isabella Rose Garcia, James Green, David Fimbres, Joy Iniguez, Fidel Alvarez, Dory Contreras, John Mays, Isabel Navarro, Tabitha Benaga, Francis Ramirez, Mary Locke, Yamel Zarazua, Rex Gavin Espinosa, Cynthia Campana, Jerry Grijalva, and Anna Simpson. Happy birthday from KXO. When you were young, did you collect baseball cards?
No, I did not. I saw them. Other kids would trade them and stuff like that.
Anyway, I did. And a Honus Wagner baseball card is going to a new home. Yeah. Robert Edward Auctions announced a Honus Wagner card sold for over $1.5 million. Now, get this. The card is missing 3 sides. It's creased, has the edges cut. Yeah, and the winning bidder says he wants to stay anonymous. I figure he's probably going to let the bicycle spokes do the talking. That's what we did with the baseball cards. I undoubtedly, spoiled several $1 million worth of baseball cards by using a clothespin and putting them on, the bike to make sounds like a motorcycle, right?
Yeah, well, I used to do that with playing cards. Of course, that didn't go over well, but sure made a good sound. So.
Yeah, they probably made a better sound than the baseball cards.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I'm sure we could do a little research.
Sure.
And maybe get a grant.
Yeah.
And we can come up with an answer.
I'll start the paperwork for that grant right now.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Give us a couple of years and we might get back to you.
Yeah. Oh, well. And if you got a couple of bucks, long lost Wizard of Oz dress worn by Judy Garland is up for auction. It's expected to fetch anywhere from $800,000 to $1 million. And, the way I'm looking at it, it's a pretty safe bet. You know who won't buy it. I mean, after all, it's a size 6, and you know who, Elon Musk, wears a 16. So I think he's out of the bidding.
He's a tall one. At least he looks that way.
I don't know. He looks like a nerd, a very wealthy nerd, but that's just me. Okay, are you ready for news?
We certainly have got some news this morning.
Well, we're going to jump right in with a look at World in California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. Triple digits are on the way. Get ready. Call Lock Air Conditioning today for a preseason air conditioner checkup.
CBS News special report. President Biden is dismissing fears of recession, chalking up the U.S. first economic contraction since the pandemic began to technical factors. The GDP shrank at an annual rate of 1.4% in the first quarter. The Conference Board, Steve Odland.
Even though it's a negative number, it is not quite as worrisome as it would seem. Typically a recession is defined as 2 negative numbers in a row. The difference this time, though, is because of the dynamics behind it, because it went way down in the recession, came way back up cycling the recession, and now it's trying to normalize.
Even though stores and warehouses have been struggling to restock and exports are dropping, economist Gus Fauché agrees with the president.
I think that this was a one-off, that we will see a rebound in growth in the second quarter, and that conditions generally remain solid.
Two big signs of economic durability: consumer and business spending. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news: Southern California's water supplier spelling out what it needs residents to do to deal with the current drought conditions. The Metropolitan Water District asking all 6 million people in the region to water their yards only one day a week. Same for businesses.
If people aren't complying, if we don't see the water savings that we need in the coming months, we may have to implement an all outdoor water use ban.
David Apatahe with the Water District. The mother of 3-month-old Brandon Cuellar talking about the kidnapping of her young son earlier this week in San Jose.
Sí, conozco a dos de las personas que están. I know two of the people who are under investigation. I can't tell you why because I don't even know. But there was a connection between two of the people. We know them.
Carolina Ayala saying she was told about the kidnapping while at work. Family members saying one of the 3 suspects in custody was obsessed with baby Brandon, arranging to go shopping with his grandmother so they could abduct the infant once they return. 1 Powerball lottery ticket sold prior to last night's drawing. It was sold in Arizona. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. They are your year-round comfort specialist. Get ready for the heat. Call Lock Air Conditioning today for a preseason air conditioner checkup.
Here's the deal. I've had constipation with belly pain, discomfort, and bloating for years. I've tried a lot of laxatives and fiber supplements, but my symptoms keep coming back.
You could have a chronic condition called irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C. Linzess, or linaclotide, is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. Linzess works differently than laxatives. It lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2 years old. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. There could be more to your story with IBS-C. Talk to a doctor today. Say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS. Sponsored by AbbVie and Ironwood Pharmaceuticals.
It's page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center on Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Thursday morning, the State of the County address looks like a go. George Gale explains.
The original address had to be postponed. This after the chairman of the Board of Supervisors tested positive for COVID-19. The event was rescheduled. The new date is this evening. Chairman of the Board of Supervisors, Jesus Eduardo Escobar, is reportedly healthy and ready to go. He will deliver the State of the County address at the Grand Plaza Outlets in Calexico. The event begins at 6 this evening. The theme for the address is Strength Through Unity. State of the County address normally covers past accomplishments and future goals. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
The California Secretary of State visits the Valley. The California Secretary of State made a quick stop in Imperial County on Tuesday. Dr. Shirley Weber was at the Calexico Women's Improvement Club to discuss voter education and outreach in Imperial County. Additionally, Dr. Weber and Imperial County Register of Voters, Lindsay Dale, participated in a school assembly at Calexico High School and spoke to students about the importance of voting as well as answering questions about voting and elections. KXO News Time, coming up to 7:43.
If you're looking for something special for your pickup, head to the Brawley Quick Lane and their new off-road center. They specialize in lift kits, wheels, and tires that have the right look and perform. There's names like Fox, Bilstein, and Rancho. Method wheels, too. Built-up spray bed liners as low as $4.99. It's the right stuff at the right price. The brand new off-road center at Quick Lane in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive.
Continuing with more local news, winners announced for the new CAPP Award Program winners. Here's more on that story.
The winners were announced by State Superintendent of Public Instruction Tony Thurman. Newly created, the 2022 California Pivotal Practice Award Program is being utilized by California in 2022 in place of the California Distinguished Schools Program. It celebrates schools and districts that implemented an innovative practice during the 2020-2021 school year, when California required schools to offer distance learning due to the COVID-19 pandemic. 727 schools and 121 school districts are being honored for their demonstrated efforts to support students in 4 target areas: student engagement, distribution of technology, nutrition services, and social emotional well-being of students. 4 Imperial County school districts made the list: Brawley Elementary, El Centro Elementary, Heber Elementary, and McCabe Elementary. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Deported sex offender re-enters the U.S. He was arrested recently by Border Patrol agents. The undocumented individual was found in the Okumba wilderness region near Arcatillo. At the time of his arrest, the individual was about a half mile from the U.S.-Mexico border. The individual was transported to El Centro for processing. A records check revealed the individual had extensive criminal convictions as well as an extensive immigration history. One of the convictions was a sexual offense in which jail time was served. The immigration history revealed the individual had been deported from the U.S. Since October, El Centro Sector Border Patrol agents have arrested and or removed 13 individuals either convicted or wanted on sexual offense charges. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the Local News, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Remember, Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Golden State Extracts, CBD, is the first fully licensed GMP certified hemp processor in California making CBD. Everything is done right here in the Imperial Valley, from growing to processing and manufacturing. Our products derived from hemp are a natural form of pain relief to help you with your aches and pains, help you sleep better, and lower your stress with our specially formulated tinctures, pain creams, and gummies. Best of all, you can visit Golden State Extracts CBD locally at their Imperial location, 520 West Ayton Road. For more information and benefits of CBD, visit them on the web at goldenstateextracts.com or call 760-355-9134. That's 355-9134.
Page 2 of the Local News and the weather, all brought to you by the Town Pump in Westmoreland, open Tuesday through Saturdays at 4:30, and by Brownie's Diner in Brawley, open every day, 7 a.m. till 3 p.m.
The National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day is coming up this weekend. Here's George Gale with more on the story.
It is this Saturday. Once again, Imperial County is participating. This Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., residents can drop off old drug prescription drugs at the Starbucks at 2365 4th Street in El Centro. KXO will be broadcasting from that site. A drive-through drop-off will be available. It is a contactless and anonymous. Vaping devices will be accepted only if the batteries are removed, sharp objects will not be accepted at all. If you have something to drop off but can't make it on Saturday, there are drop-off sites open year-round in El Centro at Vaughn's Pharmacy, Desert Pharmacy, and at the Sheriff's Office, in Brawley at Vaughn's Pharmacy, Valley Medical Pharmacy, and at the Sheriff's Office in Brawley. If you need more information, go to DEATakeback.com. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Arson suspect enters a plea. 57-year-old Herberto Sacito Delgado is being charged with arson. This week, the suspect appeared in court via video. His attorney also made a video appearance. The attorney announced the plea to the court. He is charged with setting at least 10 fires recently, with 6 of those fires set in this past Saturday. The suspect from Hopeville was provided an interpreter during the proceedings. After hearing from both sides, the Superior Court judge ordered the suspect to remain in custody and that his bail remain at $1 million. A bail review will be held on May 3rd. The preliminary hearing was set for May 10th. March Against Domestic Violence. It's coming up sooner than you think. Here's more on that story.
It is a fun way to get a serious point across. It's the annual Walk a Mile in My Shoes. During the event, men participate in the march wearing high heel shoes. The center is calling on men to participate. Contact the Sure Helpline Center. The idea is to make a difference by helping women walk away from sexual violence. The event will be held tomorrow, April 29th, at Buckley Park in El Centro. March starts at 4:30 p.m. from Aurora Drive to Ross Avenue. Those who would walk a mile in her shoes, contact the Sure Helpline Center. They have high heels available upon request. If you need more information, give them a call, 760-352-7878. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
We'll be back with a look at the weather.
When you're ready for great home-style cooking, there are 2 locations for the best in the Imperial Valley. Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley. Open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., featuring delicious breakfast and lunch entrees, including menudo, liver and onions, and meatloaf. The Town Pump in Westmoreland is open Tuesday through Saturday at 4:30 p.m., specializing in delicious prime ribs, steaks, chicken, salmon, and lobster. So for a great dining experience, visit Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley, and the Town Pump in Westmoreland.
Carroll Buckley has a weather update.
The National Weather Service says seasonably hot weather will persist under mostly sunny skies for the next several days. A disturbance will pass by today, resulting in increased breeziness. Look for gusts in the 20 to 30 mile an hour range, while gusts could peak at about 45 miles an hour, causing blowing sand and dust. Breezy weather returns again Sunday and Monday as another dry weather system moves by. No rain is forecast for the next week. 95 the high yesterday, 64 the low. Wind gusts peaked at 32 miles an hour yesterday. Sunny today with a high near 89. West wind 10 to 15 miles an hour, increasing to 15 to 20 miles an hour this afternoon, with gusts as high as 35 miles an hour. Tonight, clear with a low around 57. West winds 15 to 20 miles an hour, gusting as high as 35 miles an hour. Winds decreasing after midnight to 10 to 15 miles an hour. Friday, sunny with a high near 91. West wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming north in the afternoon. Saturday, sunny with a high near 97. West-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour, then becoming southeast. Sunday, sunny with a high near 96. Southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, with gusts as high as 20 miles an hour. And we have 68 degrees, 39% relative humidity, wind out of the west 15 to 20, gusting up to 25 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news brought to you by Brownie's Diner in Brawley, open every day, and by the Town Pump in Westmoreland, Imperial Valley's fine dining experience.
It's coming back. The DEA is doing it again. Another national prescription drug take back this Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. Hi, I'm Tracy Lyon Ramirez with Kxo Radio. I'll be broadcasting this event at Starbucks, 2365 4th Street in El Centro. That's right next to Coin Motorsports. Along with the DEA promoting this huge event from 10 a.m. till noon, let's do our part by getting rid of unwanted medications, expired medications, and disposing of them correctly by bringing them to us. Hope to see you this Saturday.
And it's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. NFL Draft today. We've got updates. Yeah, starting at 4 o'clock this afternoon. We'll be updating into the evening. And NBA action, Milwaukee Bucks beat the Bulls 116-100. The Bucks move on. And the Warriors, Golden State Warriors, whip the Nuggets 102-98. Golden State wins that series 4-1. And action today, 76ers and the Raptors, Suns and the Pelicans, and the Mavericks and the Jazz.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
Major League Baseball, Padres prevailed. They beat the Reds 8-5. Jurickson Profar hit a 3-run homer. He's already hit more home runs this year than he did all of last year. Angels topped the Guardians 9-5. It was the Cardinals over the Mets 10-5, even after a bench-clearing brawl. The White Sox over the Royals 7-3. Diamondbacks dumped the Dodgers 3-1. Brewers beat the Pirates 3-1. Rays edged the Mariners 3-2. Phillies over the Rockies 7-3. Yankees topped the Orioles 5-2. Marlins edged the Nationals 2-1. Red Sox beat up on the Blue Jays 7-1. It was the Cubs outlasting the Braves 6-3 in 10 innings. Twins topped the Tigers 5-0. It was the Astros nipping the Rangers 4-3, and the A's blanked the Giants. It was 1-0 when it was over. And in other news, the Arizona Cardinals picked up quarterback Kyler Murray's fifth-year option yesterday, fulfilling the pledge general manager Steve Keim made earlier this year at the NFL Combine. Don't forget NFL draft updates starting this afternoon on AM 1230. Sports Time brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
I do my part, I recycle smart. I do my part, I recycle smart. I do my part to save our planet empty and dry. For our planet empty and dry, to save our planet empty and dry. For our planet empty and dry. Empty and dry. Empty and dry.
For more recycling tips like empty and dry, visit iRecycleSmart.com. Do your part. Recycle smart.
And financial news with a brief look at the weather, brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. The U.S. economy shrank in the first quarter. Not to worry. That, according to the president. While one quarter does not yet make a trend, it is a warning sign for how long the recovery is going. 2 straight quarters of declining growth meet a commonly used definition of a recession. And much of the decline was due to a decrease in inventory investment, which had been booming in the final months of 2021. Meanwhile, in the days after its November IPO, electric truck maker Rivian was briefly one of the world's most valuable automakers, despite not yet having reported a single sale. But its stock has been sliding steadily since then, which just resulted in a big loss for Ford. Yeah, that's right, Ford. which has been making cars and trucks for more than a century and has actually sold more electric vehicles than Rivian, just reported a loss because of the slide in Rivian stock. You see, Ford, along with Amazon, was an early backer of the startup. Well, good news. Yeah, if you own an Apple has officially opened its self-service repair store, which provides manuals and parts for users seeking do-it-yourself fixes for their iPhones. Yeah, the components for sale are specific to iPhone 12, iPhone 13, and iPhone SE third-generation smartphones. Right now, the market's showing green. The Dow up 52 points, the S&P 500 up 18, and NASDAQ up 51. Meanwhile, gold off $3.60 an ounce, and oil up $1.66 a barrel.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
It will be sunny today with a high near 89. Look for west winds 10 to 15 miles an hour, increasing to 15 to 20 miles an hour this afternoon, with gusts as high as 30 miles an hour. Clear tonight with a low around 57. West winds continuing 15 to 20 miles an hour, decreasing after midnight to 10 to 15 miles an hour. Look for gusts 35 to 40 miles an hour this afternoon and this evening. Friday will be sunny with a high near 91. West wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming north in the afternoon. We've jumped up to 70 degrees, 35% relative humidity, wind out of the west 15 to 20, gusting up to 25 miles per hour at times. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil in El Centro.
At Burgers and Beer, we want to make your every visit a great visit. We want you to have great service. We want your taste buds to dance with happiness and your thirst to be quenched. We want you to enjoy great sports and great music. But most of all, we want you to enjoy your friends, your family, your date, your business meal, your party, your mom, your dad, and even Aunt Karen. At Burgers and Beer, we're all about you. 5 locations to serve you: El Centro, Yuma, Temecula, La Quinta, and Rancho Mirage.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Steve Kathan. A COVID vaccine for kids 6 months to 6 years old. Moderna calls it Kid Cove and wants the FDA to give it emergency use authorization. CBS's Dr. David Agus says if it's approved, 18 million U.S. children would be eligible.
This is a vaccine, 28 days apart, 2 shots, about a quarter of the dose that we see in adults. And what it did was it protected from symptomatic infection anywhere from kind of mid-30s to high 40s or 50% in these children.
For the first time since the first half of 2020, when the pandemic hit hard, the U.S. economy has failed to show overall growth. The government says it shrank by an annual rate of 1.4% first 3 months of this year. Bankrate.com's Mark Hamrick says forecasts for the months ahead are better.
Forecasts for growth for the full year suggest a better showing in the coming months. The Federal Reserve is still seen boosting interest rates as it focuses on historically high inflation, but will continue to watch closely.
Russia steps up attacks in the eastern and southern part of Ukraine. CBS's Stacey Lynn on some fresh action on the way from President Biden.
He's expected to address the administration's continued support for Ukraine, announcing a supplemental funding request for Congress for more assistance for the country. He'll also give details on a comprehensive legislative package to hold the Russian government and Russian oligarchs accountable.
And there was this harsh reality check about the invasion from NATO chief Jens Stoltenberg.
There is absolutely the possibility
possibility that this war will drag on and last for months and years.
A joyful reunion today in Texas as newly released prisoner Trevor Reed returned home from Russia. His release has sparked interest in the case of Paul Whelan, another American who's been held there since 2018. David Whelan says his brother asked his parents some tough questions in their most recent phone call.
Why have I been left behind in a Russian prison? Why am I not coming home? I've been here for over 1,200 days now, and we don't have any answers, and I'm not sure that the U.S. government has any good answers either.
A new British study says 7 hours of sleep a night is just the right amount for those of us middle-aged or older. Barbara Sahakian of the University of Cambridge.
What happens in the brain is that you remove toxins during that time. Perhaps you're not clearing out the toxins that you want to get rid of, the waste products from the brain.
4 environmental groups say they want the Postal Service to buy more electric vehicles, and they're suing to stop the purchase of thousands of gas-powered trucks. Right now on Wall Street, the Dow is up 61 points. The NASDAQ is ahead 63. This is CBS News.
There's always something new under the sun. CBS Mornings, weekdays on CBS.
Moments like watching my grandson steal second mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for postmenopausal women or for men with HR-positive, HER2-negative NBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
So much love, so little time, such as it is for man's best friend.
New research shows Jack Russell Terriers live the longest out of any dog breed. An average of 12.7 years, closely followed by Yorkshire Terriers. The study examined breeds in the UK and was published in the journal Scientific Reports. Flat-faced breeds like French Bulldogs and Pugs have some of the lowest life expectancies at just 4.5 years and 7.5 years, respectively. Across all breeds, the average life of a dog is just over 11 years for males, 4 months shorter than females. Wendy Gillette, CBS News.
Britain's Prince Andrew has lost another ceremonial honor as groups cut ties to the royal, disgraced by allegations of sexual misconduct. The city of York withdrawing an honor now that dates back to medieval times. I'm Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.